Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're exploring a pretty monumental shift in education. You know, the days when a school's success just came down to a stellar curriculum or maybe the individual heroics of a single amazing teacher. Well, those days are evolving. Fast. In the modern era, educational success really relies on deeply understanding students through data. And we're going to see exactly how schools are pulling this off.
It almost sounds a little like science fiction, doesn't it? Imagine a school that can actually anticipate a student's challenges before they even arise. How is that even possible? Well, we're going to break down this incredibly exciting shift from reactive teaching, where we basically just wait for a problem to happen, to proactive teaching, where we provide perfectly tailored solutions for each student at exactly the right time.
So here's our roadmap for the next few minutes. First, the data-driven school. Second, what is an SDMS? Third, core functions in action. Fourth, improving academic outcomes. Fifth, essential system features. And finally, number 6, the Skolera solution.
All right, let's jump right into section 1, the data-driven school, a new era in education. Like I mentioned a second ago, simply having a great curriculum, it just isn't enough anymore. Without actionable data insights, you're essentially flying blind.
We are finally moving away from the old way of doing things. You know the drill. Scattered, disconnected student records, endless paper files stuffed into filing cabinets, and physical attendance sheets causing massive administrative headaches. It's a mess. Instead, the modern reality is all about centralized, actionable student insights. Because when information is unified and actually accurate, administrators and teachers can finally make smart, timely decisions.
Moving on to Section 2. What is an SDMS, the ultimate tool? Let's define the actual technology driving this whole transformation.
We're talking about a Student Database Management System, or SDMS for short. By definition, it's a comprehensive digital platform that enables schools to collect, organize, and analyze student data with high efficiency. Basically, think of it as the essential operational tool. It takes all that scattered, messy data we just talked about and transforms it into crystal-clear insights. This is exactly how modern schools are tracking performance and improving decision-making, literally from the top down.
But here's the kicker. An SDMS isn't just for academics. It actually unifies both academic and financial operations by seamlessly integrating with accounting software. So, for private schools, this makes management across the entire institution far easier and way more efficient. It completely breaks down those traditional walls between the finance office and the principal's office. A real game changer?
Okay, on to Section 3, core functions in action, the operational backbone. Let's see how this actually works throughout the student journey.
If we walk through the student life cycle, you can see how seamlessly the system captures, pretty much everything. Step 1 is admissions and enrollment, where the platform organizes all the applicant data so schools can make quick, informed decisions. Step 2 moves right into the daily routine, tracking daily attendance and behavior with total accuracy. And then Step 3 covers academic performance and assessments, recording those grades and analyzing the results. It creates this beautifully continuous, unbroken chain of data.
And what makes these student profiles so incredibly powerful is just how comprehensive they are. We're not just looking at a digital gradebook here. The system tracks personal details, a student's complete academic history, and even their extracurricular activities. This ensures administrators can regularly and accurately update the absolute full picture of a student's life, rather than just zooming in on a narrow academic slice.
Which brings us to Section 4, improving academic outcomes. This is where data translates into empathy, and it's what this tech means for the students themselves. So how do we get from numbers to empathy? First, through performance analysis, which identifies weaknesses early. Teachers can spot exactly where a student is struggling and refine their methods based on hard facts. Next up is personalized learning. With accurate data, educators can tailor effective content to fit individual needs. And finally, behavioral tracking. By analyzing behavior, schools can actively improve attendance and discipline, creating a much more stable, supportive learning environment for everyone.
Ultimately, a solid SDMS, to quote the source material here, transforms data into a strategic tool that supports the improvement of academic outcomes. I mean, the goal here isn't just to hoard a bunch of numbers on a server, right? The ultimate goal is actively lifting up academic achievement across the board.
Let's look at Section 5, essential system features. These are the non-negotiable needs if your institution is looking to upgrade.
There are 4 crucial requirements you absolutely must demand.
First, a user-friendly interface. It has to be intuitive to cut down on training time, especially for teachers who might not be tech experts. Second, advanced analytics, because you need those precise insights. Third, seamless integration with your existing systems, like that accounting software we mentioned earlier. And fourth, data security. We are dealing with highly sensitive student info, so preventing unauthorized access is absolutely paramount. No compromises there.
And going back to that first point about user-friendly design, with a modern system, teachers can access real-time grades and behavior securely via dedicated web platforms or apps. They don't have to wrestle with clunky, outdated software anymore. They get instant access to vital info right when they need it, all while clear permissions keep that data perfectly secure.
Finally, Section 6, the Skolera solution. Let's look at this technology in action.
Let's actually break down some of Skolera's specific administrative tools to see how this works in reality. Online registration gives you the huge benefit of quick organization right from day one. Then there's parent data management, which ensures super easy communication with families whenever you need it. And student grade assignment, that allows administrators to effortlessly and accurately track a student's grade level and academic year. It literally takes the heavy lifting entirely out of school administration.
And check out this one incredibly powerful feature. Skolera generates daily electronic attendance reports and sends them directly to parents. Think about how proactive that is. It automatically keeps families involved and informed. It bridges the gap between the classroom and the living room, and the best part? The teacher doesn't have to make 20 individual phone calls at the end of a long day. It just happens.
Well, we have covered a ton of ground today in this explainer, from defining what an SDMS is to seeing how it actively boosts student success. So I want to leave you with a final, slightly provocative question to think about. Is your school still relying on scattered, disconnected records, or are you ready for a centralized, data-driven future? It's pretty clear the tools to transform education are already here, just waiting to turn raw data into brilliant student success. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.